how? With a cast that includes Kevin Costner, Gary Oldman, Tommy Lee Jones and Gal Gadot. How did this movie suck? Criminal. So Criminal stars all the people that I just listed in my intro. And in this movie, when Ryan Reynolds, who is in the movie for about 5-10 minutes, when he is killed, MI6 really need the information that he has. So they go to this doctor played by Tommy Lee Jones, who has apparently come up with a way to transfer memories from one person to another. So we transfer Ryan Reynolds' consciousness into Kevin Costner's body. And Kevin Costner plays Jericho, who is basically a serial killer. When you first meet him, you can see that this guy is unhinged. He's not all there. But either way, they go through the experiment, and now Kevin Costner wakes up with part of Ryan Reynolds in his head. And as both these minds clash, Kevin Costner is now trying to figure out what way to go in life. Whether he wants to steal all this money that he's remembering, or use it to help Ryan Reynolds' family. And when I first saw the trailer for this movie, I was very intrigued. It had a very interesting premise. However, the execution was awful. This movie is incredibly messy. The dialogue is horrible. And there are so many times when characters are doing things that they just wouldn't do. And I don't mean Kevin Costner's character, I mainly focus on Gal Gadot's character, who finds out that her husband's memory is in this guy, who she already knows is dangerous, but she just accepts it and lets him stay in the house. It's a pretty boring movie. The directing isn't entirely great. I really feel like the style that this director went for was a kind of mishmash of multiple directors. And while sometimes it worked for a scene, other times it just didn't. The action sequences aren't as thrilling as I think they're supposed to be. You don't really care about any of these characters. And the villain in this movie, my god, he is awful. You may recognize this guy because he's played other villains in other movies, and in every movie that he has played a villain, he has just been so over the top. It's just so hard to watch. It's so frustrating. How has no director just said to this guy, hey, you know, that was a good take, but you know, you could just tone it down just a little bit, you know, make it a bit more realistic? No, as usual, they say he's fine, and he just continues with his over-the-top ridiculousness. Is ridiculousness a word? It is now, because that's what I'm going to use to describe his acting. Ridiculousness. I will say the one good thing this movie has going for it is the acting. Kevin Costner was great in this movie. You can really see the conflict between these two different personalities as the movie progresses. He's a very brutal guy who doesn't really have a heart, who just wants to hurt people. But while being all that, he's battling with the guy who cares about his family, who wants to save all these people. And it's very interesting seeing Kevin Costner do the contrast between those characters. As for Gary Oldman and Tommy Lee Jones, they both give good performances, but I really feel like they could have been played by anyone. And I know what you're thinking, it is so disappointing that I have to say that about Gary Oldman and Tommy Lee Jones, two actors who are absolutely fantastic, who I absolutely love. But their characters could have been played by anyone because their characters themselves are completely useless. I will say that the person who gave the best performance in this movie was probably Gal Gadot. She was really good in this movie. This may be the best performance I've seen her give. Seen other movies like Fast and Furious, she's just played the sexy lady who's just there to drive a car and then shake her ass every now and then. And as Wonder Woman, she was a badass, but she didn't really have much depth. In this movie, her character's pretty well fleshed out, and she gave a fantastic performance. Overall though, guys, I wouldn't really recommend this movie to you. If you are going to see any movies at all this week, definitely go check out The Jungle Book or Eye in the Sky, because if you do see this movie, it'll just be a waste of your time and you'll just be really disappointed. And so I'm going to give Criminal 2 stars. And like my review of Eye in the Sky, I did watch this movie with Sam Bates, and as I explained in my Eye in the Sky review, due to personal issues he could not be here to review the movie with me, but I did pre-record his thoughts on the movie, so here you go.
So guys, I went to see Prisoner with Josh, and this is my review on it. I thought it was a really good film. I thought it was very action-based. The action was really good. Some bits were needed, some bits were not. Kevin Costner, of course, played the part of Jericho in this film. Basically a prisoner who's given, as Josh told you, the mind of an agent who's previously died. Basically, it's really good how you see the guy changing through emotion. He gets like, you know, it's really good. His acting is brilliant. I thought he's played a fantastic role in this. I thought Ryan Reynolds was good as Billy, but in this case it could have been played as anyone because he wasn't even in this movie very long. He wasn't even one of like the principal characters. He was a character, but I think it could have been played by anyone. Gal Gadot as Jill had a fantastic performance. Her emotion. And as you know about Gal Gadot, she previously played Wonder Woman in Batman vs Superman, and it was good to see how different intake on a different character, and I thought, yeah, that was really good. Gary Oldman as the FBI agent was really good. I thought his performance was fantastic. fantastic. And Tommy Lee Jones played the doctor, the guy who actually helped him get the brain of the character called Billy. Was a very, very good performance. I thought that there was some lovely bits and a bit weird, confusing ones. Like sometimes you can't decide whether this is right or wrong. I will say, if you do see this movie, it kind of, in some bits, kind of allows you to have your own opinion on what you think is right. So whether you agree with it or whether you disagree with it. I thought that if they were trying to pull off something beautiful and something changing, in my opinion, I don't think they hit that target at all. There was some a bit weird moments which thinking, that's supposed to be right? Is that supposed to be wrong? I don't really know. Some bits were a bit appalling. Like some bits were like, I don't really like that at all. Apart from that, the acting was really, really good. I thought special effects were brilliant. Oh, and I have to say, the whole like direction through the directing was really, really good. If you've seen this movie, you have your own opinion about it, because whether you agree with how it is or disagree with it, some bits are a bit, confusing. So for that fact, although it is a good movie, there are some bits that you think, oh, I really wish they hadn't done that, and there are some bits that didn't really fit. Wasn't a brilliant movie. I'd say it was a good movie. I wouldn't say it's brilliant, so I'm going to give it 3 stars.
So, Criminal, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends. That'll help my channel out a lot. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.